Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as
Hello, Bonjour and Bonani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances, under this COVID-19 pandemic. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. My name is Riel Gunene, and I'm going to be your host for today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to achieve from our podcast today. So today we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have amazing speakers who's going to share some nuggets on mentorship and coaching. So we're going to go in the in Europe. We're going all the way to Europe right now. We're going to Spain. In Spain, we have Bridget O'Neill. And in the beautiful Irish Sea in Douglas, Isle of Man, we have Dr. Mira Reese. And we're coming back to the US. We are going all the way to Arizona. In Phoenix, we have Deidre Calcoat. And again, in Arizona, we have Beverly Brown. So at this moment, I'll just let our speakers to introduce themselves. So you can go ahead, Bridget.
I'm muted. Sorry, I was waiting for you to unmute me. I had to unmute myself. Good, hello. My name is Bridget. I'm from the UK, living in sunny Spain. My favorite topic in the world, the topic that gets me excited and passionate, is ego. Ego is what I love. It's what inspires me. It's what gets me excited, and I love talking about ego, how it affects us, how it influences everything that we do in our lives, everything that moves us or stagnates us. And that's what I'm here to share with you today.
Oh, wow. I'm just looking forward to hear more about ego.
I love ego. I love it.
Yeah. So you can go ahead. Yeah.
My guides have given me so much understanding of what it is. Right. And they've helped me to really see myself, which is a really difficult thing to see yourself. But they've really helped me to see myself and given me so many tools to be able to see myself. And that's what I love to share.
Wow. That's amazing. You can go ahead, Mira. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say a huge thank you for this great opportunity that I can share a little bit from my knowledge. How you can hear, I am not original English speaker, so I apologize. Maybe sometimes it wouldn't be so clear, but I will try my best.
Don't apologize.
Yes. Originally, I'm from Slovakia, from a small, lovely country in the middle of Europe. And now I'm in Isle of Man. So my huge passion is actually what is in my name, miracles. Because I do believe that I am Mira, but we all are miracles. But sometimes we forgotten this. So my aim is to support everybody to realize, to come back to the true nature, what we really are. We are miracles. So I'm very happy to share later on a little bit about my knowledge, about my experiences and everything what I gained after now. Thank you very, very much again.
Oh, wow. I'm looking forward to hear more on that, Mira. So now we're going to come back to the US. We're going to have Deidre to introduce herself.
Greetings. My name is Deidre Calcote, and I am a transformational life coach. I also help leaders in child serving systems, and my niche mostly is the adoption triad because I was adopted and was raised without knowing. So, Real, when you gave me this topic, what you didn't know was how big this is in my heart. And transformation is so important to me. So I'm looking forward to talking a little bit about that and letting you get a little bit more to know me. Thank you so much again.
Oh wow, I am really looking forward to hear you speak on your subject, Deidre. What Deidre? Sorry, I say Deidre. I'm so sorry to butcher your name. You can go ahead, Beverly.
Greetings and good morning, everyone. My name is Beverly Brown, and I am also from Arizona, little town called Santan Valley. I'm like an hour from Phoenix. I am the dream steerer, and what is a dream steerer is a person that steers you towards your God-given goals, dreams, and visions, and it's pretty much what you would call a consultant or a coach like, but I think I take it to a more spiritual level as far as trying to get into what the person's soul is talking about. I've been here in Santan Valley for 8 years. I'm here right now with my daughter and grandchildren because I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. And what I'm going to talk about today is vision, which is my passion because through your goals and your dreams, your vision will be achieved. And that is the main purpose of who God wants you to be. So I can't wait to speak about that as well.
Oh wow, you can tell that we really have amazing speakers. We are surrounded by greatness. So I have a question for you, Bridget. I have a question. If you happen to have your own billboard, I can see your billboard coming down there in the busy highway in Spain. What will your billboard say?
It would actually be singing. It would say, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. It's from Bob. Bob Marley is my, not an idol, because I don't believe in idols, but he's like a father to me, Bob Marley. I see him as my father. And that is such a powerful statement that takes you way beyond anything that you will ever stop yourself. No, it completely takes you out into freedom. No matter what it is that's stopping you, you're free. You find yourself emancipated. That's my billboard signpost. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
How about you, Mira? What will your billboard say? I'm not too sure if your billboard is going to be in Slovakia or it's going to be where you are right now. What will your billboard say?
Yeah, actually, I was very happy what you put on our billboard when you made our promotion. It was harmony. And I do believe in harmony because everything around us, in us, is vibration, is energy. And when we know how to bring this energy in harmony, you know, how to live in the flow. So this is the most important, you know, so be in the harmony with truly yourself. Maybe this way I will put it.
Be in harmony with yourself. I love that. I love that. How about you, Deidre? Yes, I got your name right now. Yes. How about you? What will your billboard say?
My billboard would say, go within, not without. And that's the name of my company. And it means so much to me because I think we forget that we have what we need. And if we reflect and meditate and connect to our source, whatever that is the belief of a person, that you go within and then you won't lack. And so it has so many meanings, and I just love that. And so my billboard would have to be both in Arizona, Chicago, and in Atlanta, Georgia, where I went to school. So I would have multiple billboards that would say that.
And it's coming. It's definitely coming. Go within, not without. Wow, I love that. I love that. And it's definitely coming in all those big cities down there.
I received that.
Yes, yes. How about you, Beverly? What will your billboard say? Maybe it's already there. I don't know. What will it say?
I received that. My billboard would say is, what do you know your purpose? What's your dream? And let me help you find it.
Wow. Do you know your purpose? What's your dream? And let me help you find it. I love all of the billboards, really. So I think my billboard can be the fifth one. If you're driving down the highway, it's going to be on the right. It's going to be Bridget, Mira, Territory, and Beverly. And then mine, it's going to say Rise to Greater Heights. So it's coming. It's coming, yeah. So we're going to get started. We're going to go straight to Bridget right now. Bridget Oniya is an intuitive energy healer whose passion is to expose the ego and all that it brings into our lives. Having faced her own ego and all that is dictated to her throughout her life, she is now helping others to see it within themselves so they are able to use it as a tool to move forward in their lives, rather than living through it and struggling through cycles of pain, upset, shame, guilt, and all the lower vibration frequencies. She has been guided since embracing this spiritual journey, and learning to surrender has been the biggest challenge. But if she can do it, I believe that anyone else can do it. So, kings and queens, please join me and welcome Bridget Oniya.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here, to be able to share my story, share my experiences, share the tools that I have learned along my own journey. So first of all, it would be a good idea to explain a little bit about ego, because I know when I started my journey, I thought of ego, because that's the way I had been taught. Ego was somebody that loved themselves so much and thought that they were better than other people. And that was kind of my idea of what the ego was. But in my growing to understand ego, I learned that that's only one part of ego, and there's many parts of our ego, and the biggest part of it is our identity, who we believe ourselves to be. So like these ladies saying, I'm from Indiana, and everyone is very happy. Yep. Well, I'm along there with you. It's great. It's great to have this identity that makes us feel connected. But what happens if you're from different places? Then we lose that connection. And that's not how I feel that life should be. I feel that we're all connected. We're always connected. And it's amazing when I hear someone walking along, or I'm in the supermarket or something, and someone speaks English, because I live in Spain. Someone speaks English. Oh, where that coming from? I'm really drawn to that person, because an English voice. But if I hear an Italian voice or somebody else, then there's just as much interest. I would like there should be just as much interest, because we're all one, we're all connected, we're all coming from the same place. So ego is what will make us think that we're not, that we're all separate, that we're all coming from all these different places. We're all different. We are all different. We all do have our own uniqueness, but we're all one. We're all part of the universe, the same way that the planets are all together and they work in sync and they work in alignment. So do we. When we're happy, other people will be happy, because the collective vibration of everybody makes everybody happier. So ego is who we believe to be as our identity. I'm from the UK. That's part of my identity. My name is Bridget. If I say I am Bridget, I'm holding on to that identity really tightly. So I use my name is Bridget. So I've let go of it a little bit, just a little bit, give it some space to maneuver. Ego has many different sides to it. The identity is one. I've discovered, and I've given them names because it's me. So one of them is the ego of defense. And this part of the ego is a little bit like if someone said to you, if someone was looking at you, the ego of defense would say, what are you looking at? Why are you looking at me? What do you want? Then we have the inner bully. Someone's looking at you, and the inner bully would be like, oh, do I have something on my face? Have I done have I put my dress down properly? I don't, what was it? Have I got something out of place? Everything would come onto you. That's the inner bully. And it's kind of discovering these parts of yourself, which is not necessarily easy because we don't tend to look at ourselves very much. We just feel, well, this is who I am and this is what I do and that's that. But with this kind of mentality, it's really difficult to create changes in life. It's difficult to walk towards the things that you want in life, because let's say you say, I'm shy, I'm just a shy person, then I wouldn't be here now. And that's what I used to say. I'm shy. I didn't talk in front of anybody. I got married. I didn't talk at my wedding. I said, right, I'm going to talk. I couldn't talk. I could not talk at my own wedding, where only people that I know and love were there, and I couldn't talk. But here I am today talking. This is such a big step. A couple of years ago, I said to my husband, actually, I'll go back a little bit. I went to the beach one day. This is where I discovered ego. I went to the beach one day and I wrote on a piece of paper. It was kind of like I was guided to do this. I heard to write, who am I? So that's what I did. I wrote on a piece of paper, who am I? And I wrote down whatever came into my head. There were certain things that came into my head that I didn't want to write. It was like, why am I hearing this? I don't want to write it. I'm not going to write this down. And I wanted to lie. And it's like, but who are you lying to? Who? There's only me, myself, and I here. Who? Why would I lie? So I wrote everything down. It didn't matter what it said. Some of the things were horrible. You're a crap mom. You're a crap wife. You're this, you're that. You can't do anything. Some of the things were nice, but I sat down after I'd finished writing it, and that's what I read. I read everything that I'd written, and it was like, but there's so many contradictions in what I've written. And how can a truth be in contrast? There can't be a contrast in truth. So it actually made no sense what I had written down. So I had to really start thinking, well, who actually am I? If none of this is a truth, where do I go from here? What am I doing? So from that exercise, who am I, which is one of the exercises that I'm sharing, and it's an exercise that I use cards to read people, not tarot cards, but my own cards that are divinely passed through me. And I use these cards, and that's one of the tools for the cards, because knowing who you are is the first step to knowing where you're going. If you don't know who you are, you don't know what you like, you don't know what you enjoy or anything about yourself really, or that you're good enough to do something, with a lot of insecurities, then it's really difficult to move. But doing this exercise, it really taught me a lot about myself and how to move forward, because I cannot trust something that's a lie. So after this exercise, I think it was in January, in April, I said to my husband, I think that I'm going to be someone that talks in front of people. I think I'm like a life coach or a motivational speaker or something like this. And he said to me, do you know that you need to speak in front of people to do that? So I know, I know, but I'm not ready at this moment. So I got goosebumps saying it. I know I'm not ready at this moment, but that's where I'm moving towards. I can feel it. I just know that that's where I'm going. And here I am. Here I am. With the hands. Yeah. So letting go of the ego has been a really ego death, they call it. No, I don't think that we ever let go of the ego. I believe that the way that we use the ego is to our detriment when we haven't learned how to use it. I believe the ego is one of the best tools that we've been given from the universe when we learn to use the tool. The same way as somebody that's a carpenter, if you go into your workshop and you don't know how to use a saw, you're going to cut something that's really wonky. But when you learn how to use the saw, you'll have a really you can make cabinets and all kinds of beautiful furniture, can't you? But when you don't know how to use it, that's when you're creating, that's when a problem is created. And that's where that's my passion, to share ways of connecting to it and how to move beyond it. Yeah, and who are you? Who am I? Is an amazing first tool to get to know your own ego and seeing yourself in truth and seeing the lies that your ego tells you. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I was talking for so long.
I was like, keep going, keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Right. So, something that I mentioned earlier that I have some cards. I'd like to share this. I have some cards. They're just the standard deck of cards. I went to sleep one night. I get a lot of messages when I'm going to sleep, or when I'm going to bed. So I got a message. I should use a standard deck of cards to do readings. And I got given all of these messages to go with the cards. So I quickly wrote them down because otherwise I wouldn't remember anything. So I wrote them down. They didn't actually make any sense to me whatsoever. But a couple of months later, I went back to the messages I'd received and thought, okay, let's have a look to see what you're about now. Let's see if I understand what I've received here. And they made enough sense for me to start using the cards for the readings that I do. The readings that I do are quite emotional readings. They're not tarot readings. I don't read the standard deck of cards as tarot cards. I read them with the divine messages that I received them with. And I started understanding them in November and using them. And in December, it was my birthday. And I was 44 at that time. It was less than 2 years ago. It's just been, 2 years ago it was. And I was 44 and I was like, oh, that's an 8. Oh, so let's see what happens with 8s. 8s are universally inspired changes. That for me, I thought, okay, so what happened when I was 8? When I was 8, I went to Mauritius. That's where my mum is from. When I was 17, which adds to 8, 7 and 1, I moved into my own flat. When I was 26, 2 and 6 is 8. When I was 26, I met my husband. Well, I didn't meet him, but we became friends. He moved into, well, no, we got together. He had been my friend for 5 years, but we actually got together. We became partners. And then when I was 35, 8 again, I had my twin daughters. So I was like, whoa, this is an 8th year. What's going to happen this year? It was very exciting. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I knew it was going to be something big. And I was like, well, if 8 equals to all of these amazing things in my life that happened at the ages of 8, what happened when I was 1? What happened when I was 2? What happened when I was 3? So that's what I did. I went and I wrote my life down on a piece of paper. And I've got everything that happened in my 3 years, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5. I went all through my life and created this. They come from my life. I realized that these cards that I had been given come from my life, and not just from my life, but my life experiences and how each and every experience I've been through helped me. It helped me to grow in such a way to be able to get to this point, to share them. The experience were not necessarily easy. I've had quite a few. I was right, many of the cards coming from very controlling parents. I was raised with very controlling parents. There's lots of different, obviously many of us have been through hurts and pains and people letting you down, people lying. So there's certain cards that are relating to all of these different experiences in my life. And the only way I would know, the only way I could connect to that was by being open enough to write the messages down when I received them. Because if I did not write the messages down the night that I got them, I wouldn't be able to use them. I wouldn't have made all these connections to the life that I've lived, to how these lessons have taught me within my life. Because before, lessons, I was like a victim mentality. Everything was, why did this happen to me? Why did that happen to me? Why do I have to go through? Why me? Why me? Why me? But we learn from everything that we go through. These cards have really shown me that I had to go through all of these things, all of the experiences, all of the heartache, all of the pain, all of the understandings, to get to the point of being able to share and get to the point of being able to help others heal, because I'm quite open with what I speak about and my own experiences, and most people are not. Most people don't want to tell anybody. Like I said, when I was doing the Who Am I, there were certain parts that I was like, I'm a crappy mother, I'm a crappy wife. And we all have these thoughts on occasions, but no one wants to speak about these things. Well, I'm here to speak about them so that everybody knows that we all experience these things. We all have these moments, but don't let these moments define you, because that's your ego. That's getting trapped in the world of your ego. And that's not who you are. We are so much more than our ego. We are beings of the universe, and we have so much power, and we're connected to so much light and consciousness and love that you could feel joy in so much of your life. The contrast is important though, yeah, the ego is important, and the contrast is important to remind us of what we feels good and what doesn't feel good to us. So the ego is important, but not to get lost in it, which is what many people, which I find many people are in, lost in ego, struggling to move beyond their own thoughts and feelings. Yeah.
Oh, Bridget, oh my goodness, just drop the mic right now. You've just, I don't know, just drop it.
No.
You mentioned that your passion was always to share light even at the height of your lowness, because helping others to shine was always the goal.
Always.
Yeah, you've mentioned that the beginning is within, and helping others to connect to who they are from within.
Always.
Souls through all the noise is a magical experience every time. Thank you so much, Bridget, for
Thank you.
a timely, needed message. I believe that this message is really, really needed. So thank you so much. And you've also mentioned that we'll have to understand our thoughts and overcome those thoughts that don't serve us. We'll have to let go of the old mindsets and embrace a newer way of being. Wow, that was profound. That was really, really profound. So thank you, Bridget. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to hearing everybody else as well.
Yeah. So now we are going to the beautiful Irish Sea. We have Dr. Mira Rees over there. Dr. Mira Rees is the founder of Miracles Consultation, where she empowers her clients to reveal their life solutions to be more enlightened on their unique journey. Mira works with her clients to balance their energetic system using her knowledge and expertise in Eastern wisdom. Dzogchen, Chen, I hope I've said it right, which is a total perfection, Chinese metaphysics and Mongolian stones. Coupled with her scientific background in sociology, it gives her the ability to dig deeper into the personality of her clients, supporting them to find more personal power and control in their life, to walk from victim to being the director of their future, to their success. She is not only empowering them to use their unique magic in their life, but to make the world a better place. Mira's mission is to assist her clients in connecting with their inner wisdom, where miracles are possible. And then they can enjoy peace of mind, happiness, and joyful abundance. Kings and queens, please join me and welcome Mira Rees.
Thank you very, very much. Again, I'm very grateful to be here with you. I have been seeker for whole of my life since I was a teenager, and I was very lucky because I had great opportunity, to meet very grateful people, very knowledgeable, wisdom people, very wise people. And I learn and I put in my life a lot of knowledge from them, their wisdom, because I do believe when we apply, when we don't only read the books, but we need to put it in our life and try to live this in practical life. So how you said about me, I was deep and I'm still deep in this doctrine, what means actually it's our true nature. We are totally perfect, but we've forgotten this, you know. And Chinese metaphysics, it's as well very similar. And for me, especially like Chinese astrology was very important. And Mongolian stones are very rare approach towards our inner wisdom as well. This is a method which actually was kept secretly for many, many centuries. And it was held in women lineage. And you know, now in this last century, everything started to be opened. And I was very fortunate. I met a woman. We asked stones if I can learn this method, and I did. And now I am serving other people to know this deep knowledge. And how you said, I'm, you know, that I'm sociologist, and I was self-study different science as well. And how I said before, it's very important then when we perceive our life on the level like energy, it's especially for me very important that everything is energy, everything is vibration. And when we know about ourselves, what energy we have predominant in ourselves, of course, we have everything inside, but some energy could be predominant, could be a little bit more important for us in different stages in our life. And I love to support people to recognize what energies are their most important, what are their talents, what are their gifts, and how they can use these gifts for making our world a better place, how to find their passion, because sometimes actually in our life, we are not able, everybody from us, to find our real passion, but I'm supporting people to find this, to recognize their true calling and use it in their life. And using these special approaches is like on the beginning, when people can find out what is their, let's say, unique pattern, because everybody from us, we have like unique energetic pattern, like blueprint, which we brought in the day when we were born in this on this planet. And according to this Chinese astrology, it is like our blueprint. And it is what is different for, I don't know, maybe, you know, you have a little bit, everybody I think has a little bit knowledge about Chinese astrology, but the point which I like about this is like elemental approach. What means actually that everything, you know, each element which we know from our life, like fire, earth, air, metal, and water, are just names for different frequencies, you know, which we have in our body, our thoughts, and our emotion. I will try to be very clear and try to explain it very simple. Let's look at water. You know, water we can see on the material level, like water outside, like in the sea, in lakes and everywhere. In our body, we know we have a huge amount of water, and this is only on the material level. But water, like this frequency, is as well about our emotion. Water is connected with emotion, which is like fear. When we are not balanced, when our water is suppressed, we have a lot of fear in our life. But a real meaning behind this is like huge knowledge, because actually it's only our dualistic perception. You know, everything is just the same, but when we look with our dualistic mind of this, we take it like, let's say, negative and positive. And when it's negative, it is like this fear, but in real essence, it's like knowledge. It's like understanding, like nice feeling, like empathy. Water is very, when we look in the water, in the nature, it can fly it can go everywhere, flow everywhere, and it can adapt, each environment. This is on emotional level. On the, let's say, mental level, it is like wisdom, which is like mirror, like wisdom. What means that we can mirroring everything around us, and actually what we see is mirror of our inner energy. And so we can go with this each element very deep, in around, our surrounding, our body, and between all these 5 elements is very nice cooperation. For example, water, it's like mother for wood. Wood is mother for fire, fire for earth, and so on. And then it is like opposite, each element has with all other 4 different connections. And this, when we realize about ourselves, what is important for us, how we can use this approach, it can really make our life much easier, and we can flow with the universal energy. And this is kind of my mission, to support people to realize what is the main element in their life. This is about this Chinese astrology. Mongolian stone reading are as well that we connect with our true nature. We can realize, because when I'm doing this reading, people ask me not very shallow questions that it will be answer is yes or no, but it's what I will learn if I decide to go this way. And then when I say what stones are saying, say, oh yes, I knew this, because actually we have all the wisdom inside of us, but we don't believe. We, because this voice, our spirit is very, very gentle, and we are listening more our mind. So when I say, yes, I knew it, the stones just help us to bring this knowledge from deep inside to our mind. Yep, this is kind of my approach, which I would like to support others to realize that only we are the creator of our life, that we can't blame anybody outside. It is everything just manifestation of our energy, of our thoughts. And when we come to this point of view, when we change our perception, our life can totally change. We can be free, we are happy, and we bring a lot of happiness around us. Because maybe you know about it, that our thoughts are very, very important, but actually we are very often going like on autopilot. 70% of our thoughts which we have today, we had yesterday, day before. We are like this hamster going in this wheel and going around and around. But when we find the courage to jump out from this wheel, we can realize, oh yeah, this was totally my illusion. I can absolutely change my life. I'm not depending on others, Sometimes we feel like in the matrix when somebody made it, but actually only we are making our matrix for our life. But then we forget this and we feel like a flyer, which is cut in the spine, but in this, spider web, but it's only our creation. And this, when we realize this, we can jump out and we can be totally free and be what we really are. This is kind of my approach, and I'm trying to support everybody who is ready for this leap over to do the same. And actually, I like what Bridget said before me, because actually 1.5 years ago, I wouldn't be able to go live. I had even trouble to put my photograph on the Facebook. I was putting like stones and everything like this. But then I realized I'm not going to sell the socks, that people need to know me, because I am the best brand for I'm going to, offer. So then I actually in November 2020, it was my first time I went like this live, but I was talking about what I love to do, about my passion, and I totally forgotten that I'm on the camera, and I forgotten all my fears. And then I was thinking about this, and I realized a lot of shortcuts how to do it and make kind of online course which people can use on their own pace. There is a lot of like meditation and supporting. And I'm offering this if somebody is ready, because I think that everybody from us, we have special, unique mission in this work. And it's nice when we can share it with others. But I do understand everybody who is like coach, mentor, healthcare, and so on. They have trouble to go live, because I was there several years. I just have people around me, but I wasn't able to go on the internet. But now when I did this huge leap over, because really when my friends see me, I don't really, is this you? And now I am actually podcast host. I'm since May last year, I'm offering like podcast, I'm asking other people to join me. So I think that this is very important when we know this, that we have this huge strength inside us, and have, Bridget said before me, it's only our ego which is thinking, oh, I don't look well, my English and so on. But when we know how to do this, we can go through all this. So this is kind of my approach. I'm offering, if you would like free call, when we can, you can book it. I will share here my link tree. You can find all my links there, and I will be more than happy to share with you. You can figure out which support from me you would like to have, and it's my great, mission to support you, and I will be really happy to do this with you. So please don't hesitate and contact me if you have any other questions. I could talk about this for ages, but I know I have my time. So thank you very much for your time, and looking forward to talking to you.
Oh, wow, Mira, you've mentioned that we are the creator of our own lives. And if we want to be happy, we'll have how to be in the flow, we'll have to be happy. And you've mentioned that all is energy. We are the energy on how to be in harmony with our lives. So thank you so much, Dr. Reese, for sharing such a profound, much needed message. Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity. Good luck for everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Now we are going to Phoenix, Arizona. We have, I almost say Dr. Deidre. Oh my goodness. We have Deidre Kalkoet. Deidre Kalkoet is a certified transformational life coach who learned as an adult. She was adopted. She has both personal and career experience in the arenas of child abuse and neglect, behavioral health, developmental disabilities, foster care, and adoption. She has dedicated over 30 years to child and family serving systems in Arizona. Deidre has walked through many life traumas, including physical and emotional abuse, infertility, feelings of being unworthy, unloved, and unaccepted. She has overcome many of those challenges to become a very effective transformational life coach, suicide interventionist, respected trainer, motivational speaker, and first-time author. Deidre has a daughter and 3 grandchildren who are here in this world. I love that. Deidre has recently retired from state service to begin to support, motivate, and train others through her practice and Go Within, Not Without LLC. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Deidre Kalkoet.
Greetings. My name is Deidre Calcote, and I am a transformational life coach. And I'm going to start my timer because I, like Mira and Bridget and probably Beverly and Real, we know, I love this. I love talking about this. And so I want to make sure that I meet my time frame. So I started that. Let me tell you, transformation is very important to me. And so when I started talking about this and researching for this presentation, I just want to tell you that Google, when you look at definitions, they say transformation is a thorough and dramatic change in form or appearance. Now that's all right, but when I heard what Webster said, this is when I got excited. It's a complete or major change in someone's or something's appearance, form, etc. And so that's what you've heard already this morning of what people are doing. And it may be afternoon or evening where you are. But let me tell you, transformation, let me give you an example. So any of you who are parents know that our children send us to the zone, right? I go to my teacher parent conference and the teacher tells me how wonderful my child raises her hands and helps others and helps this. And I'm thinking, does she know who my child is? Does she have the right child? And then I started thinking, I got to change. I got to be proud, right? This child understands transformation because if she acts like she does at home, at school, we got a big problem. So I consider that transformation. And let me tell you a better one. So I got a divorce. It was amicable. I love the family. We've been together. But anyway, when I got my divorce, it's been 20 something years ago. I have to get a new license, right? Because I got a new name. I got to change this. So I go and I got my hair done. I got my makeup on. I don't do any of that. So I go to get a new license, and the lady says to me, "Do you want to use that picture?" And I looked at her and I said, "Did I just not tell you I got a divorce and a new name? I don't want that picture." So she looks at the old picture and she looks at me and she's like, "Wow, now that's what I call transformation." I must have looked pretty bad then when I took the last one. But that's what we're talking about. And so I was at home one day and I heard on the radio that Southwest Institute of Healing Arts had a transformational life coaching class that they were teaching. And so I thought transformation has been all of my life, being African American, being Black, and having to deal with society and being light and all those things brings up transformation. You act different in different ways. And so it was important to me, transformation, like the butterfly. People don't think caterpillars are pretty. I do. But when they come out of their cocoon, they're beautiful, right? What better transformation? And through that comes some pain, some suffering. And transformation is not easy. But let me tell you, you can do it if I can do it. Bridget, I heard you say that. And that is so true. And that is my life work. In July, I left my 9 to 5 for my 24/7. And let me tell you, I have never been happier. Now, you see, I'm not no young thing doing this. I am an older woman transforming myself yet again. I became a life coach 20 years ago and used my talents and my God-given thoughts and ideas for transformation. And what I want to tell you is, if you are looking to transform not only yourself, but your business and be a leader and help others to become leaders, you want to find a life coach. You want to find a lady or a man like who you see here. And you want to make sure that there's a connection. It doesn't matter what our niche is really. If you are a life coach, it's about asking those powerful questions and for us to help assist and move you forward from where you are. And that is so important to me and all of the other ladies that are on this. I'm looking at this. I want to tell you a couple of other things before I forget. Did you know that not only is self-transformation mentioned in the Bible, it's mentioned in the Gita, it's mentioned in the Quran, and I imagine it's mentioned in all those other wonderful, powerful books. And so transformation is not something that should be taken lightly. It's something that we do. We are a part of this. We can change, we can grow, we can stop those thoughts of unworthiness, dealing with not being able to do what I believed growing up was my womanly duty, to have children, to birth children. That took a lot of going within and a lot of other people to support me and to help me to understand that I'm birthing a whole lot more. And my daughter, who was adopted at 10 days old, is very important to me. And my grandbabies, oh Lord, they are my world. But when we look at life coaching and look at that transformation, some of the important questions that I ask are, what do you want more of in your life? And what do you want less of? Where is your balance? What do you want to balance in your life? And so if we look at what we want more of, then we can start heading in that direction and make a plan, develop a vision of how we do that. And what we want less of, we can do that as well. We can stop looking towards those things that we want less of. Right? We can start looking at the things that we want. And that's what life coaching is. And if you find me on Facebook or you find me other places, you will see that I am authentically there and the rest of the people that are here. And that's what you want to do, is make sure when you have a coach, counselor, mentor, whomever, that they touch you, that they transform you, that they support you in that transformation. And I just want to say I'm a first-time author. My book, my chapter in the anthology of Ignite the World with Our Voices is coming out in February. And it tells my story of being adopted and not knowing who I was. And I think that's very important to transformation. I didn't learn I was adopted until I was an adult. And I learned from a boyfriend, not from a family. And when I told my mother, I lost my family and I lost who I was. So transformation is a very important part of my life and has been very significant in my life. And my time is up. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak.
Oh, wow. I like the way you set your alarm. You're like, no, I'm not going to go above my time. So that's a lesson I'm learning today. Thank you so much. I've said the, oh my
Deeper.
God.
You're fine. You're fine. They say
Oh,
you can
thank you
call
so
me
much, Miss.
anything, just don't call me late for dinner, you know.
Yeah, you've mentioned that transformation is very important. What do you want more in your life and what do you want less of in your life? And then you've mentioned that as a transformational coach, then you sit down and you kind of guide me on what I want to achieve as an individual. Wow, wow. That was really, really profound. Thank you so much for sharing such a timely, needed message, sis. Thank you. We are still in Arizona. Right now, we're going to Beverly Brown. Beverly Brown is the Dream Stirrer, and her company is Creative Consulting and Consumer Services, LLC, DBA as a creative consulting trends. She is a #1 best-selling author of Empowering Women to Succeed, Turning Tragedy into Triumph, and later released her own self-published books entitled You Can Do It, Whatever It Is, and Dreamstirrer Academy book entitled The Graduates of Dreamstirrer Academy, From the Dreamers to Visionaries. Her recent accomplishments include successfully graduating 37 dreamers through her Dreamstirrer Academy since 2017, and the launch of her YouTube channel entitled Creative Consulting Dreams Inspirational Talk Show. She also serves as a part-time substitute teacher in the Phoenix, Arizona area, and is on the board of Overflow Missions nonprofit agency. So Beverly Brown is a Dreamstirrer consultant, inspirational speaker, mentor, best-selling author, event and talk show host, actor, and a 2-time breast cancer survivor. Wow, that believes through God, all things are possible. Wow, kings and queens, please join me and welcome Beverly Brown.
Thank you so much, Rial. And this has been so inspiring just listening to the other ladies. And I'm just, like I said, we're all just tied in together with the same focus of saying all we want from people is for them to become their better selves and to find their purpose in life. So I'm just honored to be on this panel. And vision, like you said, my name is Beverly Brown, and the Dream Stirrer is what I refer to myself, pretty similar to consultant and a coach as well. The Dreamster was divinely given to me as a name, and that's a person that guides you towards your God-given goals, dreams, and vision. And I actually saw sort of gotten the name from the book that changed my life, which was by Bruce Wilkinson, called The Dream Giver. Bruce Wilkinson also wrote The Prayer of Jabez, and this book, The Dream Giver, just changed my life instantly. And I think everybody can probably attribute to themselves at one point in time some book, some person, something that they heard at some point, you know, just automatically starts changing your life. And that was the book that did it for me. And of course, I couldn't call myself the dream giver. The dream giver is God. And that's what the book is based on, the principles of God. And he uses a lot of biblical things as far as teaching what happens in your life is all based back to everything that you can relate to in the Bible. Moses going through changes, Joshua, Ruth, everything is so into that book and how it applies to your everyday life. So that's what changed my life. And that's where I got the name Dream Steerer. And I say that too, to say for that I have to say as with coaches and consultants, I used to always try to do everything for everybody when I was coaching, when I was consulting. And, you know, God just, he says, hold up, Beverly, you just kind of need to steer them in the direction that they need to do. And then it's up to them to make the next step. And that's what I think all of the ladies here are in that position to do that, is that they're saying, we just want you to uncover what's going on inside of you so that you are able to pursue your goals, dreams, and vision. And when Rial asked me to speak about vision, of course, that is my passion, is helping people to achieve their vision. And sometimes people, you know, they just say, well, what's the difference between a dream? What's the difference between a vision? And, you know, of course, we know what a goal is. And, you know, just like what Deidre did, we look it up and we know we have to present it, and we want to give them what Webster might say about it. So I kind of brought up, and I'm not going to say all of them what it is, but just for a goal. And it says the goal is a result or achievement toward which effort is directed. And we know that's what it is. If we set a goal, hey, we want to lose 10 pounds, then you have to move towards looking to do it and make that effort to do it. If you have a goal that you want to go exercise, you know, for the rest of the day, that's your goal to do that. The dream and the vision is kind of like, you know, very, very closely connected, but it's good to know the difference between the dream itself and the vision. And the dream, from the definition that they gave, it says is a succession of images, thoughts, or emotions passing through the mind during sleep. Well, we know that's a sleeping dream, and we still dream, we still do a lot of things, but not necessarily is what we want to do. It's just a dream that we're having. The one that stuck with me was, of course, it says it's a vision voluntarily indulged in while awake. And that's what it is. You're dreaming about what it is that you want to do, what you see yourself doing. This is a dream. It's like, oh, I want to be able to dream that I am, you know, on an island doing something, or I dream that I want to be a speaker, or if I dream that I want to be a coach. Those are the things that are considered to be your dream. And it's also an aspiration towards the goal. Okay, so if you aspire to be something, then that's your dream. If you aspire to be a book writer, if you aspire to be what Mira is, if you aspire to be what Bridget is, these are the things that you're dreaming yourself. You know what? I think I'm able to do this, and this is a dream that I want to fulfill. So you set the goal to do that so that you can achieve the dream. And then they had the part where they said for the vision. And it says the vision is the act or power or sensing with the eyes. Well, that's just your vision you're looking, which I need my glasses for my vision right now. But the act or power of anticipating that which will or may come to be is the vision. And it's sort of a prophetic vision. And it's the vision also of an entrepreneur, of anybody. Anybody can have the vision because it's prophetically something that you have inside of you already. It may have not been at birth. It may have taken years to get to it, but at some point you get a greater vision of who it is and what it is that you really, really, really want to achieve in life. And that's the greater and bigger picture of it. So it also says it's a vivid, imaginative conception or anticipation, because we'll have the vision, and it's like everybody says, we'll draw a vision board, we'll put everything there. Well, yeah, these are the things that you really, really see yourself doing. So this is the bigger picture of the part of the dream, because you're setting the goals. Then, of course, the dream has to manifest, and then it's going into the bigger picture of who you are. So I wanted to get clarity on that, because I guess I'll go back to my vision, because I brought up, of course, when I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, I was a very young mother. At the age of 15, I had my daughter. And growing up then, I had the dream of going to college, right after high school. And that dream, well, I should say college on campus. And I had the dream of doing that. And it's like, well, that's kind of gotten deterred, because now I have a daughter at a very early age. I'm not going to live on campus. I have to do something else. So my dream kind of got deferred, and I ended up going to college. I'm sorry, I had taken the phone off and I had to use my phone. Sorry. So that was kind of a dream that I had at that particular time, not knowing what my real vision is, which of course happened later. So another dream was, of course, to, work in corporate America and climb the ladder of success and do all the things I needed to do, become the wife in the picket fence, then you have that dream. And that dream got deferred because I ended up going to college, and the jobs I started getting. And I was working with corporate America and kind of, climbing the ladder of success. But in the interim of that, one of the jobs that I went to started making me go to, assigning me to go to local stores to help them with, if guys can remember, whenever the first cell phones came out, it was a brick. If you could ever remember back that far, that's just how far it was as far as me starting with cell phone sales. Anyway, so I would go to stores, and then I would looking at their stores and say, well, what are you doing to market your business? What are you doing for this? Where is this display wrong? That's when things started coming up into me, like, wait a minute, I want to help people do their businesses better. I want to see what's inside of them. What do they need to do to grow their business? So that's when that part of the dream, of course, got changed again as far as going to corporate America. And now I'm going into the dream of saying, hey, I want to help people more with their stores and doing whatever they have to do to make themselves successful. So even with going with that, the next level was that I started doing more of the work for the stores rather than what my job was, which is to go in and make sure that the cell phone sales were great. So at that point, I was introduced to what's called network marketing, which I think at some point in time, somebody has delved into it. And network marketing was the catalyst that kind of helped me to realize, hey, I had more inside of me, because it pulled more inside of me. Just like Bridget said that, she could speak at her wedding. Well, they asked me to say the blessing at a presentation table, and I couldn't even say God bless the food. Okay, because we go through those moments. It's like, what's going on inside of me? I want to speak. I know I want to speak, and I know they're going to put me on the spot. But when it happens, it just, you sort of get stunted. So that's when I went into the part of saying that, this is something that I can do. And it helped me to start speaking. It helped me to get up and do presentations. It opened me up. And then it also opened up inside of me saying that, you know what, I have even greater vision for that, because it just, you had to do it one way, you had to do a certain way, you had to do this and this and this. And I'm like, no, I can't be stringent for doing that. And that's when I started finding out that, I wanted to be more of a consultant to people. And so that's when I started my business, Creative Consulting and Consumer Services, as doing business as Creative Consulting Dreams. And I started going to these people, and, people started coming to me asking my advice as far as what did they need to do for their goals, dreams, and vision. So as you get your goals to do things, you get goals all the time, then you'll get the dream to do something else, but the dream changes and it starts surfacing, because now I know what my bigger vision is, and my vision has been is I want to open up a huge office, whereas a person walks in with their dream, they'll be able to walk out with it fulfilled, where it'll have everything that they need to do their dream. You know, the business plan writer, the patent writer, everything will be there. So that is my bigger vision. And in between all of that, that's when God also spoke with me as far as my consulting. I said, well, how can I consult more people at one time? And it's like, well, do an academy. I'm like, okay. And the word dream stirrer came up, and I introduced myself in Ohio as a dream stirrer, where I was living at the time, and the people were receiving it. It's like, oh, they get this. And they came and helped me launch myself as a dream stirrer. And then I'm like, well, let's bring some people together and have some classes. And I did that. And about 15 people came, not knowing what a Dream Stirrer Academy is. And they came, and they 3 of them ended up graduating from it because they consistently came and consistently believed, and it worked. So the thing is about your goals, you set the goals each time you get the dream that you want to do something, but there still is an overall vision that you see yourself doing. So moving forward ahead, and like you said, I contracted breast cancer twice, 2011 and in 2013. And I ended up coming here to Arizona, back to what you also have to do, which is heal inside. I had my daughter at 15 years of age. She's my only child as of this point. So I never actually got a chance to do the things that I wanted to do as a mother, because I was too busy being a kid myself. So it's like God brought me back here after my healing of cancer, and coming here was a very, very rigid surgery that I had. So he said, well, I'm going to go and heal by my daughter, who had moved here in Arizona with my grandkids. So I ended up coming here to heal, not only just physically, but mentally, but also spiritually, as far as the things that I had not accomplished in her life. So as you can see, each time that you're getting a dream that you have in your head, you set your goal to do that. So when I had the dream of coming here, moving to Atlanta, possibly opening my business again as a consultant, that was my dream and my goal, but my overall vision is to say, this is the building that I want to house in, so that people can walk into this particular place and fulfill what their goal, dream, or vision is. And mainly, we need to find out what our purpose is in life, because all of that is tied into our greater purpose that God has placed us on this earth for. And actually, we fear it the most because it's so big. He's not going to give you something small to do. But there are smaller things to do inside of that. We're not all meant for a huge vision. If that was the case, we'd all walk around being, I guess, presidents of the United States. We have a vision inside of us, no matter how small it is or how small you think it is, because it's still huge for you. It's still something that you know you have embedded inside of you. And it's there. It's not going to ever leave. I will tell you that. A lot of us will cover it up. We cover it up with pain. We cover it up with life. We cover it up with circumstances. We cover it up with excuses. We cover it up with a myriad of things. But I'm here to tell you, it's not going to leave. So the best thing is for you to do just what we said. Like Deidre said, you find you're a coach, you find you're a consultant, you find somebody that's going to pull that information out of you. You find someone, the other lady, her name, that will help you spiritually to understand why these things are happening to you, because there's nothing that you've gone through life that was an accident. It was all something that was supposed to be there, and it's supposed to happen to get you to be the person who you presently are. It's just that you have to understand why you went through it. And I know so many horrific stories of pain. And it's like, why me? How could I? Why would God put this on me to go through? And you'll find out later, if you haven't found out already, it was a purpose. Just like Deidre, it hurts my heart. How do you find out from your boyfriend in your later year that you're adopted? I mean, how is that affecting her? And now what is she doing? She's adopted another child. Okay? Because everything that you're going through is to place it and be on someone else. It's not about you. God's got you here as a vessel to be used for something else, to help someone else. Lots of someone else's, one someone else, anybody else. just know that whatever it is that you've gone through, it just builds you up to the person that God has intended you to be all along. So I just want to say, all of you ladies, we're all tied into that network, and it's just amazing. And I have to mention that with the graduates that came to Dreamster Academy, they know I cannot have them on, and hopefully some of them are watching, because one of the books that was written was 12 of the Academy graduates that graduated through the various years of 2017 and 2019 decided to put their story in as far as what was happening to them before the Academy and what even happened to them afterwards and how things changed. And I'm so proud of them because they're just wonderful ladies and a gentleman as well that was also in the group that has graduated, because Dreamster Academy was to help you to uncover, discover, and develop what God has purposed you to be. So I thank you for this opportunity of being here. And I think we're all about doing the same thing, ladies. So I'm glad to be in this circle. And thank you for having us here, Rial.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. What an inspiration. You've mentioned that we'll have to uncover our dreams, discover exactly what it is, and then develop it. Just exactly what you are doing with your academy. Wow. Thank you so much, Beverly, for sharing such a timely, much needed message. I believe that our audience has been really, really inspired, and they are ready. They are ready to reach out to all of these amazing speakers today. So thank you so much, my sister. And to our viewers online, please feel free, if you have any questions for any of the speakers today, feel free to put in the chat box. We'll come back and attend to your questions at the end of our presentation. So at this moment, I am going to be the next speaker. So before I speak, I'm just going to share my bio, and then I will come back and speak.
Non-Pumelelo Rial Kunene is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Les Brown International speaker. She is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. Rial is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective, inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes in a seriously funny way. Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. Rial's book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. Rial Kunene wears many hats as a professional certified sales manager, CEO, strategist, certified travel counselor, trainer, esthetician, philanthropist, diplomacy protocol officer, international human rights analyst, and a commissioner for OAS. Following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalm 27 and 40. Keep her to rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Rial Kunene!
All right, I am not too sure if I'm going to be able to fill in your shoes. Thank you so much. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to fill in your shoes, but you know what? Because you've set the bar high, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be in there with you. But before I continue, I just want to double check if I'm in the right platform here. How many of you with a raise of hand can say that, Rial, I have never, ever complained in life? never, ever complained in life. Seemingly, I am in the right platform because, sometimes in life we go complaining about everything. Oh, the weather is really bad today. Traffic was worse than expected. My family drives me crazy sometimes. Oh, the movie was really disappointing. You name it. Though whining can be a way to build an inspiration, it can also keep us from acting, and it gives excuses time to procrastinate from achieving goals. One thing I've realized is that we usually complain in the wake of a negative situation, and we tend to focus more on the problem than finding potential solutions. It's always much easier to complain than to find a solution. And individuals who whine on a regular basis, they are apt to have a bad health. So next time you'll find you complaining that, why do pizzas come in square boxes? Yet they are round. And funny enough, they are cut in triangles. Does that sound like you? Yeah, please write this down, Mentorship and coaching. Mentorship and coaching. Everyone likes the feeling that I am an important part of a team. So mentorship or coaching can help to build a positive and concrete change in an individual's life or as well as in the company by building effective communication skills. But first, like Bridget mentioned, that we need to understand our thoughts and overcome those thoughts that don't serve us. So businesses can be completely transformed with the right coaching and mentorship strategies. Hence, the implementation of coaching and mentorship in the workplace becomes an excellent contribution to the overall development of the individual as well as the organization on its own. My everyday book says that give instruction to a wise man and he will still be wiser. Teach a just man and he will increase in learning. So I believe that coaching has been known to boost confidence, to improve work performance. And mentorship is also a great way to get an employee more involved to the work, really. Like Deidre mentioned that she asked us a question, actually. She said, what do you want more in your life? And what do you want less of in your life? So in case of organizations and companies, coaching and mentorship become profoundly beneficial to boost the transfer of knowledge from the coach or the mentor to the employee as you are trying to find exactly what more do you want in life. Good people always chase after success, always seek passion. It's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. And I know many people have tried to butcher my name. They've called me with a different name, but I always respond because I believe that's the name that they chose to call me. But Nompumelelo, really, Nompumelelo in my own language, it means mother of all success. Mother of all success. Now you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So my advice for those interested in mentorship is that being mentored is one of the most valuable and effective development opportunities you can ever get out there. If I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve maybe in the next 6 months? I know myself, I am one of them. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. As a mentor or as a coach, really, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other obstacles that you might be experiencing in life, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. So good people, this is a wake-up call. Today is January 7th. This is the first week of January. This is a wake-up call for you to go out there, look for a mentor or a coach. It's a wake-up call. So when that alarm clock goes off, please, please don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and find a mentor or a coach who will help you to be aligned with your goals or your dreams, your visions. Find that mentor, because I believe that exposure to new ideas and ways of thinking can improve your self-confidence. Why? I'm glad you've asked that, because mentors or coaches, really what they want to see in you is movement and growth. Movement and growth. Like Beverly mentioned, that we need to uncover our dreams discover exactly what it is, and develop it. So coaching or mentorship is designed to support you to feel aligned and to achieve your desired outcomes at the end. It's all about you. It's all about developing yourself. You really don't have to see the whole staircase in life, but you'll have to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to become great in life. So get started today. You have a choice on how to show up in this world. You have a choice on how to respond to others and what stories you choose to sit in. You need to find clarity and purpose in your daily life and be the deliberate creator of life's journey with a solution-based coach or a mentor. So go out there. As flight attendants always say, that put on your oxygen mask first before you assist others, because if you don't, you and the other person you're trying to help could possibly go down. So put on that oxygen mask first as the new year begins. Start with your mindset, as Bridget mentioned. Go along with harmony, transformation, go along with vision, as all these amazing speakers have shared all these nuggets before everyone here. Because the benefits of coaching are manifold, and it can positively impact an individual's career if they are engaging with their coach. It also provides employees a way to connect and grow within the company and along their career paths. It was Mira who said, we are the creators of our own lives. So good people, with all the amazing nuggets that have been shared today, I so wish that you can just tell yourself that I'll have to make a difference. The change that I want to see in this world must first begin with me. I'll have to go out there and make a difference to those who look at me as an inspiration, to those who count on me. But in order for you to make that difference, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like the hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you're that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. And it's so funny because even with elephants, when they see a lion, what they do is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what? I am a lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I see a lion, I'll have to run. I believe that's the mindset that we need in order for us to make a difference. In order for us to make a difference in ourselves, in our loved ones, to those who look at us as an inspiration, because I believe that we all rise together and we rise by lifting each other up. We don't rise by stepping on other people. We're only here to fix each other's crown. So go out there and be the change. If you want to see a change in this world, be the change. You know, it's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me. And it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you are watching, if you are listening under my voice, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes, since the phoenix has to die first, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. I am not too sure if you want me to remind you over and over and over again that your setback is your setup for your comeback. And you've heard this many, many times. You don't want to hear me reminding you that your setback is your setup for your comeback. You know, if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your future. But here is one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters. and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that God has a better plan for every one of us. Your objective is what you were designed for and the reason why you live today. With God, I believe that we are all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea will make you understand that you are the only one who can make your dreams come true today. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the dreams, all the visions, all the goals, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to these messages, it just gave me sleepless night. And I started journaling. I started writing my book, Rise to Greater Heights, which is a comprehensive guide to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. And I didn't stop there. If you remember very well, May 25th last year, George Floyd died in police custody in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So the death of George Floyd made me to realize that we need to stand for a world where no one shall live in fear because of the color of their skin, and where the criminal justice system treats everyone fairly and equally. So I believe that everyone is born free and has the right to life. So I decided to write human rights, which are God-given fundamental rights and freedoms. You have 30 human rights that you were born with it and you will die with them. And no one should ever take away your human rights. And you know what? I didn't stop there. We came together as different authors. We started, we started with Resilience to Greatness, 17 different authors from Les Brown all around the world with one mindset, resilience to greatness. And again, another 17 different authors around the world, cultivate your mindset for success. I believe that this book has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. And I also have a free transformation guide for you. It's available on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com. With that free transformation guide, you'll be able to explore leadership, empowerment, being purpose-driven, mentorship, coaching, resilience to greatness, mental health, emotional intelligence, and many, many more topics, including spiritual growth and successful parenting. Because growing up, I didn't have much in life because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. But I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Nompumelelo Rial Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. Thank you. Wow, we're at the end of the podcast now. So at this moment, I'll just let our speakers to share your final thoughts on the subject. And then I'm gonna go and check if we have any questions being posted, and then we'll take it from there. So if you forgot to share how the audience can reach out to you, please feel free to share now. And if you have any freebie that you just wanna give out to the audience, this is your time to share. So any speaker can just jump in, or Bridget can just jump in, either way.
Go on, you're unmuted first, Beverly. You go first.
Thank you, Bridget. Oh my God, Rial, you're just a wonderful and beautiful person, and I see why you're the phoenix that you are. So I thank you for pulling this together, and I'm sure it's going to inspire many. What I would like everyone to do, if whomever sees this, is to get a free discovery questionnaire from me. And it is free. And what it does, actually, I have my old one here, but it's a discovery questionnaire that will help delve inside of you. Because when you write things down, as Rebecca 2:3 says, you write the vision and then it of course comes to pass. So my questionnaire does that. It allows you to look at your past, it looks at your present, and then it asks you to see what your future is, which is the same thing as setting a goal, getting your dream, and going for the overall vision. So my website is Creative Consulting Dreams creativeconsultingdreams.com. Again, creativeconsultingdreams.com. And when you go to the contact page, you can just put in a request and say, please send DQ, and I will email it to you for free. If you want any other follow-up consultations after that, all you have to do is hit me back with an email, completed, and we'll certainly talk about it with a free 15 to 30-minute chat, just talking about what it is that you wrote. And then you can go forward with any consultations if you like for dream steering. So thank you for this opportunity, Rial. It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Bridget, I'll go after you.
All right. Thank you, Rial, as well. Thank you. It's been wonderful. I have a website, and from our website, you can connect to any of my social medias. The website is Inviting Happiness, because that's what I believe that we're doing. We're inviting happiness into our lives. And it will link you to my Facebook pages, my YouTube channel. And from my Facebook page, I do free readings. I have a couple of shows most weeks that will offer free readings. You have the option to donate, but most of them are free readings. So, and that will help you to know kind of what kind of things are stopping you from progressing, what emotions, what you're holding on to emotionally that stop you from moving forward. And on my YouTube channel, Spiritual Bridge, it's got a whole load of talks about different things that I have struggled with, that I discover. It's like something might happen one day and I'm like, oh, I have to talk about this, and then I go online and it's my way of understanding what's happened. And so there's loads of things like that. And there's also lots of collective readings that are also very useful. Most of them are just as powerful as getting your own individual personal one. So yeah, there's a lot of ways of getting lots of help without even needing to speak with me. But if you would like to speak with me, you can contact me from my website, invitinghappiness.org, invitinghappiness.org. And thank you, Rial, again. And thank you to everybody else as well, because it's been wonderful listening to you. My cheeks are hurting.
I love that saying because I smile a lot. I laugh a lot. I believe in that. I have changed my name down there. If you would like to do a discovery call with me or talk more further, please don't hesitate to reach me at my email, or you're welcome to find me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and I'm on TikTok. I did TikTok because I wanted to hone my message in a very short period of time. So, and I did it when it was 1 minute. I don't have any new ones, but I'm there. So look for that. And I talk about shame, and I talk a little bit about how to feel better about yourself. I talk about our children. And I do exactly, and not the same, Bridget, obviously, because you have a different voice, but I talk on things that need to be spoken in my life. So I do the same. So thank you. I'm so grateful to be here. And you ladies are powerful. I was taking notes and all kind of stuff. So thank you again for allowing me, Rial, to be here.
Thank you. Thank you, sis.
Okay. And the last one. So thank you very, very much. I'm really grateful as well. It was great honor for me to be here with you and to share a little bit. So if anybody would like to talk to me, how I said, I am offering like free talk, discovery talk. You can find me on Facebook, Mira Reis. I have a web page as well, but I think the best way you find me here on Facebook, and message me and I can give you more information. I have YouTube channel as well. I am on Instagram, but I think this is the best. So thanks again. I cross fingers for everybody who find time to join us, for everybody who is here alive with us. And I do believe that everything has a reason. We met here all together, and we meet again, and we can bring more happiness, freedom, and love into our beautiful world. Thank you very, very much. Enjoy your day. Bye.
Oh, wow, wow. We've been really, really blessed with these amazing speakers, and I appreciate each one of you, really. All of the messages, they just come under one umbrella. We are here to share some nuggets on mentorship and coaching, because I believe that this is the beginning of the year whereby everyone needs to be aligned with their goals, with their career. So I believe that this is the perfect message that has been shared so far this year in 2022. So thank you so much, our amazing speakers, for being with us, just to take that, that 1.5 hours. And I believe we went way above our time. So, but for being patient with our channel and sharing your nuggets, it's really, really appreciated. So thank you so much. And to our amazing audience online, thank you so much for joining us today at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these messages from these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, motivated, and ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci. Siyabonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. Only one I say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. Only one I say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as I'm